Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of D's Guys, where we do movie reviews. I know it's been a little while. I think the last movie we did was American Ultra.
It's been a while.
But it has been a little while. We went on a little hiatus there, but we're back, and tonight we're doing The Martian. Starring Brad Pitt.
Yes, and Batman, I believe.
Batman. Christian Bale actually has a cameo in this movie, and he shows up on
Brad
Mars.
Pitt is playing Batman in the new movie.
And Christian Bale is actually playing the Joker.
Yes. I think Matt Damon is Gordon.
Yeah. Yes.
Or Robin.
No, we went and saw The Martian today. Yes, it's been out for a little while, but you know what? We finally got an opportunity to go see this movie, and it was worth the wait.
Absolutely.
It was a fantastic film. It was so much fun.
Absolutely. This is one of the big sci-fi epics. Obviously, Ridley Scott with Prometheus and Alien and Blade Runner. He knows sci-fi very well.
Very well.
This is absolutely the craft of a man who has been doing this a very long time, knows exactly what needs to get done, how to do it right, how to do it correctly. And this movie really didn't disappoint me at all.
I loved that it didn't. There wasn't a lot of buildup. It got right into the thick of it. It wasn't like a big slap in the face getting into the action of the movie. Instead of the preparation of going to Mars and landing on Mars and all that, they just said, fuck it. You know what? People already know that this crew is going to go to Mars. Let's just put them on Mars. It's not an unacceptable reality. So they did that, and I think they did a fantastic job.
Oh yeah, it's like within 5 minutes you already have like the plot of your movie is taken off now.
Yes, and you don't need to have that build up like you would have done in the 90s, where it's like, oh, we have to instruct everybody who's watching this movie that they were from Earth.
Yes.
And it was good. I love the balance of yes, this is a movie about Matt Damon being stuck on Mars by himself for well over 2 years.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. I think it was almost 2 years, a year and a half. So he's stuck on Mars for a year and a half, and it's a good balance of him and Earth, because everybody at NASA and on the planet, they're all trying to
figure out what the hell
they're doing they're going to do to get him back. But of course, they have like the NASA bigwig doing his little like PR. I need to be, I need to keep the image of NASA to look good. But then you also have the other guy who's like the director of the mission itself. And he's doing everything he possibly can. He's working with all the experts on a separate location on the planet, trying to figure out what they can do using what Matt Damon has. So
I was very happy they did not kind of fall into the stereotypical Hollywood pitfall of having like Jeff Daniels, the head of NASA, be like the evil character who's like trying to stop them from doing the right thing to do. You understood where he was coming from.
Oh, absolutely.
It's not like what he was saying was malicious or he just had a different point of view from
he's in charge of NASA. This is a huge operation, and he has all of that to look after and to take care of. So he's looking at this whole situation from that perspective, where everybody else is looking at it from a little narrower perspective.
But I was very happy they did not go down that route.
Yeah.
There was no like bad guy.
Yes, this
character.
This is something that a lot of movies are still stuck in.
It's like there needs to be a villain.
Yeah, when you have somebody who's already like I don't know, take a monster movie. You already have a monster that is destroying things. Why do you need to have a human element being a problem and a antagonist to the situation? You don't need that. And so in this movie, it's just the environment of Mars. That's pretty much the there was no Deus Ex Machina at all.
We didn't need pointless, needless human drama. There was none. They didn't do like the scene where like some of the shipmates have to convince the one or other shipmates to go back for him because they're like, no, I want to go back. It was like, no, it was a quick unanimous, let's go get him. It was like they didn't inject all this needless, stupid drama just for the sake of having more drama. I mean,
There's
like,
always
what's going on with him is
drama
enough drama. Like,
There's always that one guy that's like, I don't think we should do this.
Yeah,
We have
yeah,
to stick to the mission. And he walks off camera, and then that one person,
they have to give him the inspirational
we need
speech.
to go get him. He would do this for you.
Yes, exactly. It didn't fall into any of those pitfalls. I think that's probably the biggest kudos I can give this movie, is that it didn't do any of that. It just let the drama of what was going on with this versus trying to figure out how the hell are we going to get him out of this situation. And there was ripe enough to work with right there. Great amount of humor too. I mean, Matt Damon's character.
Matt Damon, who
He's
knew
a
that
total
he's that
smart
funny?
ass. Really. It has a great sense of humor about itself. Also, it doesn't, get too serious and too bleak or anything. He's kind of, even through the worst of times, he's able to kind of keep this.
And you know what? I didn't think
it.
about until just now, recapping in my mind, is that Matt Damon, the only time he mentions anything about his family, it's that a very catastrophic thing happens to where he's living, and so he is very down in the dumps at that moment, very, very depressed, and he messages his crew that are now on their way back to him. Please tell they weren't even on the way back. Please tell my parents that I love them and that I couldn't have done any of this without them, and I'm doing something for the greater good, and I'm okay with that. And he never mentions anything about a wife or kids or girlfriend or siblings, and they don't even show the parents. So all the emotion that you have for this individual, the directors and writers weren't trying to pull on your heartstrings by introducing a sob story character like the wife or the parents.
Yes.
It was very focused on Matt Damon.
For a running time of almost 2.5 hours, I was wary of the runtime just because 2.5 hours. And then when you see, like we said, it kind of starts off with them pretty much just there, and the event happens within the first 5 minutes.
They saved 30 minutes right there.
Yeah, but again, really Scott, he's been doing this for so long. He understands pacing. It is a very well-paced. It never feels like it drags.
No.
You're always engaged. It's kind of, once you get comfortable, the kind of knife gets twisted a little.
Yeah.
And now there's a new thing that needs to be solved and a new catastrophic thing. But while keeping all this really great humor.
I gotta say, I've always really liked Matt Damon since the first time I saw him in Good Will Hunting. And almost every single movie of his I've absolutely loved, because I think Matt Damon does a great job. And he does not fall short in any stretch of the imagination with this. He brings it. And I loved it. I thought he did a fantastic job with this movie.
And then, supporting cast, we got Jessica Chastain as the captain. As the captain. Michael Pena, of course, the great Michael Pena.
Great job.
Kate Mara as well, the recent Fantastic Four. They're there. We do get some backstory with them, kind of like their whole thing with their families and everything. But they're there. They do what they need to do.
It's just enough.
Yeah, it's enough. This is really more of a Matt Damon. Yeah. His character is really the one that the movie focuses on more.
Well, I mean, still, we have seen other movies where the director and the writers want to bring in as much emotional baggage as possible. And so even if the movie is about one person like Matt Damon, they're going to show family with the other characters as much as they possibly can. Them looking at a picture, them reading a note, them watching a video, them actually corresponding and talking to each other through video. This one was very brief and short with everybody. It's just enough to show the audience that, yes, these are real people with real families and real lives outside of NASA. And this is what they're giving up to go save their friend and their colleague.
And again, because it's Ridley Scott, I mean, technical standpoint, everything is almost flawless. I mean, the Mars landscapes look
gorgeous,
huge and desolate and terrifyingly gorgeous just from their vastness. Yeah, you get all the cool space stuff, the cool space suits, the in-space shots with all the ships. Yeah, he really knows what he's doing. So if you watch Prometheus, you know.
Yeah.
He knows how to do space stuff. Overall, good fun time.
It was great movie. Very much worth a watch. So
even if you're not particularly into space
yeah,
stuff, I still would highly recommend it because it's essentially just a survival story, and that's something that's pretty universally relatable too. And you learn a lot of really cool science shit also.
And he scienced the shit out of that place.
He did. Just like we reviewed the shit out of this movie.
Well, okay. Well, thank you all for joining us once again for another installment of These Guys. I think we're going to run with that name. Okay. So thank you for joining us for another installment, and we hope to see you again soon. So until then, salud.